Hello everyone, and welcome to another training video. In this video, I will walk students through accessing the library and all of the features that it has. The first thing that you want to do is on Google, you want to search mdc.edu. When I'm on mdc.edu, it's the first page that will come up on Google, and I want to go ahead and select this page. Here, I'm going to find different portals or different tabs up at the top. What I want to look for is the word academics. I'm looking for the word academics. In this drop-down menu, I am going to be looking for libraries, the word libraries. When I select the word libraries, I'm going to find this page. In this page, what I want to go ahead and do is that I want to look for research tools and services. This tab right up here at the top, research tools and services. When I select this tool, I'm going to find resources that I can use in order for me to do any research I might need for demographics, for finding consumer behavior, for finding what people are buying, etc., etc. Now, one of the first and most important databases that I like to share with my classes is under Basic Search. When I go ahead and select Basic Search, I'm going to be brought to this page. Now, what I want to look for is databases by subject. Again, databases by subject. When I select this, it's going to bring me to this page. Now, what I want to go ahead and do is that I want to put in my borrower ID. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is my borrower ID? That's simple. It is your Miami-Dade ID. Now, if you don't know it, you can go back to that tab that says Research Tools and Services. And under Portals, you can go to your student portal to find your ID. I'm going to go ahead and go to my employee portal so that I can go ahead and select my ID. So once I have my ID, I want to go ahead and copy it. I want to go ahead and come back to this library tab, and I'm going to paste it into the borrower ID. Now you might be asking, what's my PIN and password? Well, that's simple too. It's the last 4 digits of your student ID. So I'm going to go ahead and write the last numbers of my student ID. And I'm going to go ahead and log in. Now, before I do that, I'm going to show you that if you don't remember your borrower ID or PIN, you can always select this little tab, and this screen will pop up, allowing you to tell you how to find your ID. To access the library, what you need is your PIN, which is your student or employee number, and the last 4 digits of your student employee number. So if you ever forget, just simply click on borrower ID or PIN, where you says don't remember, and you can go ahead and find instructions. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to log into my account, and I'm not going to save this. I'm just going to exit out, and this is what I find. I find a list of subjects. Now, if you're in the fashion field, if you're in fashion merchandising or fashion design as I am, then what you can look for is the subject of business, since fashion is not found here. Now, under business, there are several or definitely 2 things that we want to look at. The first one is called Demographics Now. The first is called Demographics Now. The second that we're going to be using is Mergent Intellect. Mergent Intellect. These databases are going to give us information on consumer behavior and what people are shopping. So for instance, if I select Demographics Now, it will bring me to this tab, which will allow me to delve deeper into a specific area so that I can go ahead and look up a certain zip code, and I can find more information on what it is that they're purchasing. So the first thing I want to do is that up here where it says entire US, I want to filter it to a particular location. Let's say my zip code, 33176. It's going to bring a drop-down menu that's going to give me the zip code with my city and state. I'm going to select it and see that it says location set. This knows that I am done, I'm ready. Now I have to scroll down, and I'm going to go ahead and I want to find demographical data. I want to find the demographics data. So I want to go ahead and select the word demographics. Now, because in our line of business, we want to compare things by apparel, under the report name, we want to find the report that says Consumer Expenditure Apparel Detail Comparison. This will tell us what people are shopping in the Miami, Florida area. So when I click on Run Report, I'm going to wait a few seconds for it to generate the report. And I'm going to get a report that gives me all of the information of what people are spending in 33176, which happens to be Kendall. So typically there are a total household number of 18,000 houses in this area, and the average income is $112,000. If I want to open a business, I know this is a good area because it has a high average income. It means there's more spending abilities. Now, the median income is still high, $70,000. It's a good level for me to have a business and be successful. Now, what they're spending in apparel per household a year is about $1,700, almost $2,000 in clothing and apparel. Now, let's say that I wanted to start a business in, let's say, coats and jackets. Well, I can go and find coats and jackets and see that they're spending an average of $32.99. Now, I can compare this to other items, for instance, sweaters, shirts, and tops, where it's a much higher number, and I can incorporate this into my assortment, allowing my store, my boutique to be more productive, maybe not just having coats and jackets, which will limit my number of sales. So these are great tools to really understand who your customer is and what it is that they're purchasing. Now, another one of the tabs is Mergent Intellect. When we go ahead and select Mergent Intellect, we will load on this website, on this tab. And let's go ahead and just take a look at this website. Let's let it load first. And again, another website where you can really delve deeper into what it is that the consumer is buying. This one lets you get into an even deeper search because you can go to consumer data, and here you can even search people by name. So if I search myself, I put my phone number and I can go ahead and click search. It's just going to have me wait a moment while they find me, and no records found, which is strange. I found myself before, now I'm not coming up. However, you can look for other individuals. So I'll go ahead and just put my name and see what comes up. And I'm going to go ahead and search. And it's going to, again, tell me to please wait while we process. And here I am. And I know that's me because that's definitely my address. It's a little scary, but it has a lot of different information, right? How much the home market value is, right? It should even have more information on other people. So if we do an advanced search, you can actually delve even deeper. You can go by the name, you can go by location, you can go by lifestyle, which is my favorite. What do they like to do? So let's say that I want to go by area code or by location. Let's say that I'm going to put in 33176 and I'm going to add to criteria. And again, always wait. And then I want to see people in the 33176 who are book buyers, who are purchasing women's apparel, who like cooking and wine, and who like hobbies and home improvement. And I'm going to add to the criteria as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and select search. And it's going to bring me a list of these people. So imagine being a business and imagine that you are looking to target these individuals. Now when it comes to marketing, you can do express marketing. You don't have to waste money on marketing for individuals that are not interested in what you're offering. You can do direct marketing. You can go directly to any consumer and send them the information that you want to send about your business. So these are really great tools about understanding your consumer. Now, if we go back to the library tab, and again, academics, we go to libraries and research tools and services. And here are another great few things. Like for example, we have Flipster. I think Flipster is a great tool because we have magazine projects in classes. There's also projects where you're going to need better images. And here you can actually find all of the latest magazines. So you can go ahead and you can select, for instance, Cosmopolitan, and it will open up to another website like this. And again, just giving it a moment to load. But now we're going to have the full Cosmopolitan magazine for June 2020. This is actually the one that just came out, the latest one, right? So I can scroll through and look at those amazing pictures. And again, I can select print, and I can print pages in view. I can print all pages, so I can always save them instead of printing, and I can then use them as a better quality image in my projects. So this is very good for those of us who are looking for better quality images. So that is another great tool. If we go back to the research tools and services, another very good tool is Overdrive. I love Overdrive because it is a way to get free books. So if you are a very big avid reader and you've been spending a lot of money on books, with your library card or even just your MDC ID, you will get some books for free. I recommend going to get your actual library card because there's more books available through the library itself, the public library, than the Miami-Dade Library. We have a smaller selection. So if you're really into reading, just go get yourself a free library card and you have all of the books at your disposal that you can hold, that you can borrow. I use this a lot and it saved me a lot of money now because I was purchasing a lot of books. Now, another great tool that you can use, of course, is Swank. And Swank is cool for you guys because it has some films, it has different pictures that you guys can see, right? Different films you guys can see, different movies. So of course you could load the content. I'm an instructor, you would select student, and it's kind of like Netflix. Okay, here we go. And it's asking me to register. I'm gonna ask later. But it's gonna load this content and it's basically like a free Netflix. So if you ever find yourself wanting to watch some movies, this is another great tool that you can find. And as well as there is Canopy, which has documentaries. And the great part of it is that you can actually select parts of the documentary to put into your project. So this is Canopy. Of course, you would log into MDC and then you can do all of the things within Canopy. But another great thing, if you're trying to use a documentary to show maybe the history of fashion, to show a certain dress, to show a certain runway show, and you can particularly select those parts of the images. So there's a lot of different tools in the library. I really suggest that you take a good look into the library, that you search all of the databases, that you do your own search for yourself and delve deeper, because here's where you're really going to get all that information, and eventually you can even learn to use that information and apply it to your business needs. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I would be more than happy to answer.